So this is, I'm putting the biscuit dough. This is the biscuit dough. It's 1 3/4 cups of flour, a little over a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, a cup of buttermilk, a packet of Lipton onion soup mix, and a cup of shredded Colby cheese. And these are the little biscuit rounds. From that, I just scooped them with an ice cream scoop. I also use that when I make scones so that they're nice and symmetrical. And I'm going to spread these out, and then I'm going to pat them down a little bit with wet fingers. Here is the sausage that I made. That's going to become my sausage gravy. And we're going to have biscuits and gravy for breakfast this morning. And so they live here. And so the video, I have a short video on my channel of baby getting breakfast, but the minute the mama saw me, she took off. So it was a very brief video. And I will try over the summer to get pictures of them. We had a buck a few years ago. He was born in our neighborhood, and he was hanging out at the neighbor's house, and he had some very distinctive markings on him. Like a little dark front bang situation. The hair wasn't longer, it was just really dark. And lost track of him. They travel up into the high country and then they come back down, and you just never know if something ate them, if they got hit by a car. It's a lot. The deer are like stray dogs in our neighborhood. And I can tell that someone just putting the extra biscuit mix away. Someone's been feeding them. I don't feed the deer. You're not supposed to mess with wildlife in our area, and messing with them, it means feeding them. And I don't do that because, well, one, it's illegal, and two, because have you ever, whoops, sorry about that. Have you ever been, quote unquote, mugged by a deer? Yeah, so one time I pull up to the house, and there's this buck, and he has a lot of does around him. And he starts coming up to me, dipping his head and licking his lips like a horse. You know how horses will do that when they want snacks? Or, it's like a herd thing. So he's dipping his head and licking, but I'm getting groceries out of the back of my car. And he knew, there's enough people in the neighborhood feeding them sugar cookies and stuff, but he knew that I might have something tasty in that trunk of my car. And so he wanted to have a little taste and see what was going on. And if you've ever been approached by a buck with his antlers out because he thinks he's going to get deliciousness, it can be a little unnerving. So it's dangerous. Interacting with wildlife can be a really dangerous thing. Not just for you. You probably think, oh, I do it all the time and it's no big deal. But it is for the people who might not be used to something like that. And the deer are like, hey, you're a nice neighbor lady, feeds me all the time. Why don't you? It's kind of like getting hit up by a deer for protection money. Hey, feed me some cookies and I won't mess you up. It's like, no. simmer. I have the onion soup mix. Sorry for the noise. The onion soup mix that I used for the biscuits is salty and oniony, but I'm still going to put a little bit of onion flavoring in the gravy. Get some onion. And then some salt. I don't want to put too much. The other day I made something and I put too much salt in it and I had to not use it. And that was really upsetting. Put just a little bit of nutritional yeast in there. Give a little bit more of a savory yum yum. That is nutritional yeast. So nutritional yeast is not the same as baker's or brewer's yeast. It doesn't actually make food rise. It's a nutritional supplement, I guess is the best way I can describe it. It makes things taste a little bit cheesy, and it just adds another layer of deliciousness. Cooking is all about layers. Reminds me of that Shrek movie. Layers. Oh, did you hear that? That's the baby. He has this tiny little bleat. Sounds like a tiny little plastic horn. And he's looking for Mama. And Mama has been kind of in a panic, going from backyard to backyard looking for him. They'll find each other. But, I told a friend of mine, these deer are now something that I'm worrying about. Making sure they find each other. The Mama likes to sit underneath the bushes. Like I said, I'll try to get more coverage of them. So down in comments, leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite breakfast is. I have always been a fan of biscuits and gravy. It has been my favorite breakfast since I was a child. I'll show you the biscuits. So they're small because I'm cooking them in the air fryer. It's kind of dark in here. I apologize. That's what they look like. Cheesy goodness. Delicious. Can you hear that? You probably can't hear it. He's in the neighbor's yard. Probably up to no good. I have this thing up. Let me put it down. This is the vent. And I started venting earlier because it was just getting so hot. But this is a huge pan and it needs the full burner underneath it. No, I don't like that yellow light, but that's what we have. We'll do something better in the future. It'll get better. Early days. The Lord always tells us not to despise small beginnings of a mouthful of biscuit. Trying to convince my husband to move to a rural area. We live in a nice neighborhood, and that's fine. We have wonderful neighbors. That's fine. We don't have any issues with our neighbors. I'm just tired of living in a city of almost 1 million people. And it's spread out. It's not full of high rises like New York. But that's still a lot of people. And people are coming from out of state, which is fine. I mean, we did. My parents moved here when I was 10 years old. And I've watched the city grow and expand over the years, bringing some good things and some not so good things. Boy, he is upset. He wants his mama. Where's breakfast? Or both. I'm not sure which. Oh, there she is. Did you find him? Oh, I think he's in the neighbor's yard. Which I don't understand what's going on, because they both move back and forth between the yards. So however he got in there before, he can get in now. Because when the neighbor kid and I thought that they were trapped in the neighbor's backyard, we went there to alert them what was going on. And then we were walking back to our houses, and there he was, leaping across my driveway. So I don't know why he's having a meltdown, unless he's stuck somewhere, which is possible. I'm convinced that all children are the same, whether they have 2 legs or 4. If it's an intrusive thought that would probably kill them, then, oh my gosh, it's a really great idea. Let's do it. Where is he? Oh, he went running. Where is he? Go get him. She looked at me and then she moved. Now she's going to go get him. Go get your baby. I know they do it all the time, and the mamas leave them, and the mamas come back. But it's just heartbreaking to listen to a little bubber cry like that. Now, because of the flour, it's going to thicken up really nice. It's called a roux. And I guess if it didn't have anything in it, would it be a bechamel sauce? I don't know. Anyway, it's a white sauce, white gravy. Delicious. Maybe some Thanksgiving I should make sausage gravy for everything instead of brown gravy. I love this, and I like ham glazed gravy. I used to put that on our potatoes for Thanksgiving. And because this is homemade, I know exactly every ingredient that went into this sauce. It's just ground pork, and then some seasonings, some half and half, and some flour. That's it. You can do this. It's so easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look at that. Let's give it a little taste test. Perfection. Now, if you're wondering about the sausage, I had cooked that earlier, so it was completely ready. All I had to do was finish cooking the biscuits and then finish cooking the sausage. And since the biscuits are small, I'm going to give my husband 4. A nice big breakfast is so filling. eat again. Eat. Mama. You left me all alone. I have to be really careful with this plant, with this pan. It's not supposed to have metal touch it. Here I am scooping with a metal measuring cup. All right. I'm going to just get some of the gravy and try not to get too much sausage in there. And that's my husband's plate. And that's breakfast. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe.